So here's how I would be if I were with was it Sahila? Sahila Shah? Like their current star student right now. So if we were being interviewed doing that seeing is believing, it would be like this if I was walking beside her. So um the person would ask Sahila, do you go to the basketball games? And then she was like this. Oh yeah, it was really. So this is what I would do. I would imitate my friends. So yeah, it was really fun. They noticed. This is me imitating Sahila. They noticed me like yelling and and cheering, and they noticed me out of everyone. And I was at the games, and I was at the UC Center in the layer, and they were doing an event, and they had me participate, and it was like they were celebrating me for my birthday, even though it was a coincidence. Me. That's how I see Sahila. So then she's like, yeah. And then of course I'm embarrassed, right? The Rose is like, Min's a star. Dan Castler, everyone, Allison, Min's a star. He's gonna do amazing things. He's gonna change the whole campus. And then I'm just right here, like as a bad student. I'm like, after what Sahila said, like they notice her at basketball games, cheering, school spirit. I'm like, I vacuumed my room. It was really dusty, and I'm very into the environment, so I vacuum. So I'm trying to keep up with Sahila, right? She's such a good student, right? She goes to basketball games. She has school spirit. They notice her, and I'm supposed to be a star, and I'm the worst student. I didn't start clubs. I didn't do anything. So Sahila, they noticed me, right? And I'll be like, yeah, well, I didn't go to basketball games, so they noticed that. They noticed how I didn't go. They noticed how I didn't have school spirit. They noticed. That's Allison and DeRosa and Dan Castro. They noticed everything I do wrong. Everything I do wrong, they notice it. Not the good stuff. Not the getting students to think. No. Let's notice all the bad stuff that Min does. He's lazy, right? It's like, so I'll be like, so they notice how I didn't go to basketball games. They notice, because Sahila's like, they noticed me, and then I'm copying her. So I'm like, yeah, they noticed me too. They noticed how I didn't go. They noticed how I had no school spirit. They noticed how lazy I was. I'm way into the environment, so I vacuum. I can't wait, man. I can't wait till you guys see like how I really am. Like, I'm so oblivious of everything, right? Yes, I had this great idea for the campus, and yes, I was a star, and yes, they chose me to be the chosen one, but I was 19, right? I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know I was supposed to start clubs. I mean, I passed up clubs back in high school. Like, I wasn't going to go back, right? I wanted to do something new, and I just couldn't think of anything. So they're like, Min's lazy. He didn't go back to, reinvent the wheel and things like that. And I could have, but I just didn't think. I was 19, right? A 19-year-old is not going to think of stuff like that. Like, it was just an idea. It's like, you play with electrical wire. You don't think that, oh, it's going to become string theory, you don't think that way when you're 19. You're just playing, right? So, um, and I was just playing, and and Dan Cash was like, "You lazy, you didn't do anything," and I'm like, I mean, Sahila, she did it for me. You know what I mean? She was cheering on the team. She was in the UC Center participating. And then Greek life. Let me tell you about Greek life. Yeah, Greek life is like, yeah. So and then Greek life. Whoa, man, that was a bummer. Like they noticed how I had no school spirit. They noticed how I wasn't in Greek life. I was such a bad star student. I was horrible. I'm telling you right now, looking back at it, I thought I was good. Right? I got the student to look at me, but now looking back at it, and they're like, "Oh, you're supposed to start stuff and do stuff on campus." I'm like, "Get this kid out of here! He's a horrible. He is a horrible." I'm sorry, man. I'm not like Sahila. I'm not what you think. I'm not what you wanted me to be. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm just 19. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So looking back at it, I'm like, so what had happened was I was waiting for Sahila to do all the work. DeRosa. So here's my imitation of DeRosa. So I don't know how to be a star, so I'm just gonna have Min do all the work. Yeah, he's 19, and good luck. That's my imitation of DeRosa, and then Allison's like, I can't believe you let a 19-year-old off the hook. Okay, he was supposed to be a star. That's Allison. That's how I imitate Allison. But Sahila is hecka funny. I love imitating my friends. I love it. I love it. If I hope I get a chance to be interviewed with Sahila, and I would just imitate her. Right? She's like such a good student. She's a really good student. Right? Very involved with the campus and things like that. And she's like, yeah, I noticed how they noticed me. Yeah. She always ends it with, yeah. And that's how I would imitate her. So I'm very into the environment. So I try not to breathe in dust. Get this kid out of here, man. He's horrible. He is the worst student, man. I don't know why you're imitating me, but I'm a bad student, man. I just have a lot on my mind, so I simplify things, and yeah, I just like in your bubble, I'm a bad student. In your bubble, right? Um, but if you have a broader way of thinking, Mint's pretty genius. He's pretty ingenious. Like that's why the professors really gravitate towards Min, because yeah, we see the Sahila, right? We see those students a lot. They're very involved. They create clubs and things like that. But Min's interesting, right? Like he just does things that are just not typical, right? Like you think an A student would do this, but he goes off and do something way off, like way different that they never thought of. And that's Min's thing, right? So Sahila would be like, yeah, I'm in Greek life, or like she's in a fraternity, and she's very involved on campus and things like that. And Min's sitting back like, I wasn't in Greek life, though they though they wanted me there, I wasn't there. I didn't create clubs. though professors wanted me to, I didn't do it. The campus wanted me to show school spirit, though they wanted me to, I didn't. So Vince is off in his la la land, being a star in his own head, like, well, I think I'm cool. You don't have to think I'm cool, but I think I'm cool. Look at my armband, huh? Look at that. You don't have that. So you don't live under the expectations of your professors. See, I do stuff that you don't. You know what I mean? So the students have high expectations, right? And they live up to it. They really live up to it. So professors have high expectations of me, and I'm like, I think, man, like I can't live up to those expectations, man. It's too high, man. I can't do it. I'm 19. Leave me alone, man. I can't wait, man. I want to be out there. I want to mentor Sahila. What I notice is she can be more, because I know how Pacific students are. They're like, they're really big on their own at parties and things like that. But when you put the cameras on, they don't show it, right? I want you to show it. How you are at basketball games, how you are in your parties with your friends. I know you do that. When you're on TV, when you're on camera, do that. Show that, right? Don't go, yeah. Don't do that. Just like, hey, what's up? I'm Sahila. You should know about me. I know all the professors are talking about me. I know you all looking at me. I know I'm the star here. And you should look at me that way. Because I'm going to talk that way too. That's how you should be on camera. So that's something she can work on. That's something I can mentor her. I don't know the business major. I don't know her dreams. So I can't work with that. But I do know how to be a star. That's something I'm good at. Right? So that's something I was mentoring Anwar and Alex and the Greek life and on campus, how to be a star. Right? Don't be so timid once the camera's on. Like, I know how you are on your own. Be like that all the time. So that's the thing with Sahila. I can mentor her in that. I don't know about business. I know nothing about business. So I'm not really good in that avenue. Like clubs, I'm not good at it. I just never was. But I know how to be a star. That's something I'm really good at, right? So that's something I can mentor Sahila, is be more yourself when you're on camera. That big personality at sporting events, show that, right? Like, I was like this. And they noticed it. And then we could see it. Instead of we have to imagine it, you show it and we can see it, right? So that's what I can help on, like being a star, showing your personality. That's something I'm good at. But clubs, you're a business major, being president, being all that stuff. Hey man, I was 19, 34, I'm still the same, man. I don't know what to do. When they're like, amen, what about this and this, I'm like, so they notice how I run every time. They notice how I don't show up for class, for clubs, for Greek life. You should start noticing that I get really nervous and I'm out of there. Because I'm 19, I'm 34, I'm human. I get nervous, I get scared. So yeah, I just get out of there. I get hella scared. So yeah. So with business major and stuff, I can work with Sahila. Like I'm pretty good student, but those are her dreams. So I don't know how to I don't know how to mentor her in that. But what I'm good at is to get your personality out. That's what I'm good at. So if that's what the professor's like, what are you good at then? If you're not good at clubs, which is okay, right? We notice that you're not good at clubs. You're not good at community involvement. You're not good at school spirit. You're not good at anything, right? Everything we thought you would be good at, you're not good at. You're horrible even. You suck. Like, you suck, right? So what are you actually good at? What I'm actually good at is just showing my personality, being a star. So yeah, that's all I'm good at. I'm not good at anything else. Physics. My physics professor's like throwing out numbers, and I'm like, you notice how I didn't take any physics class? My psychology professor's like, Min. I'm like, you notice how I didn't take any psychology classes either? You notice how I changed majors? I got nervous. Oh man, yeah. So, yeah, I suck at everything, and the professors know this. They're like, "Yo, he sucks. Like, he's really bad at this. He sucks." So they're like, "Let's see what are you good at then?" What I'm good at is being a star. I'm good at that. That's it. And that's what I can mentor, and that seems like what they want to learn anyways. The Greek life in Cambridge, they're like, show us how to be a star. Show us how to show our personality. That's what they want to learn anyways. So with Sahila, she's like, don't worry about the business. Like, I got that down. I know what to do if you mentor me anyways, like as students. But what she really wants to be mentored in is, how do I show my personality on TV? Right? And that's something I'm good at. Right? So I'm a natural when it comes to being on camera.